Hope you guys notice I've been putting in time at the gym. Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach, and today I'm driving, well, what used to be a 1999 Toyota Camry. But as you can see, it's been a little bit modified. Up front is a 3.0 liter V6, and down below is a 5-speed manual gearbox. Now, this car is owned by a shop called Red Mist Automotive. They're absolutely awesome. You gotta check them out. They actually also have a YouTube channel. But this car is built for racing. It's a race car. And surprisingly, it actually doesn't have that many, or actually really any, engine modifications. Let's talk about that 3.0 liter V6. Well, it's really torquey and it's a lot of fun. It actually sounds good too, which I'm sure is all you guys will hear this entire review. I'm not even sure if it'll capture my audio. Oh. It has a 3-inch exhaust and eBay aftermarket headers. Oh my god. I was honestly surprised by the amount of power that this car has, but that's also helped out by the fact that there's nothing in here. I mean, this is weight reduction if I've ever seen it. The 5-speed actually feels really good. It's a 5-speed manual out of a Solera. Now, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it was Toyota's bigger 2-door. This thing is just bonkers. The clutch is actually really stiff, but that's good because it's a race car. And I'm shifting at about 6,000 RPM. That's where they told me if I'm going on it, get it at about 6,000. Now I know what you're thinking. The 5-speed manual and V6, it can't really be that fast, right? Well, like I said before, thanks to weight reduction, it's not the slowest thing out there. And it sounds mean. This thing is fun to drive, my god. Because it's a race car, it also has the stiffest suspension in the world. If I didn't know much about much, I would have thought it was made out of cinder blocks. Finally got some peace and quiet. No power steering, by the way. So let's talk about the interior, or more lack thereof. Well, there really isn't one. Red Mist Auto did the roll cage. There's nothing on the dash. I have my gauges, and then to my right I have a temp gauge, which is really all I need to worry about. In the center I have a little readout giving me engine RPMs and subtle little things like that. No windows. There are so many holes in the firewall. I know it's funny that I'm wearing this muscle suit, but it's actually because I forgot a sweatshirt. And it is freezing with no windows. They left the sunglasses holder. Don't know why. Like I said, guys, there is no interior. Removing the seats, everything on the dash, you lose so much weight. I mean, literally hundreds of pounds out of your car. And you wouldn't think that that would weigh down on you that much. But the fact that this Camry's actually fast, it's proof that weight reduction works. And I kind of just nailed that downshift, so this isn't going to be much of a consumer review. If you're looking to buy a 99 Toyota Camry, this probably isn't the best review to look at, but this is a great learning experience, and let me tell you why. Nowadays, 1999 Toyota Camrys don't go for much. Although they're hard to find in stick shift, that goes for any old Honda or Toyota or really anything. These cars don't go for a whole lot of money, so you can pick them up for fairly cheap. So you can do this for for fairly cheap. Like I said, it doesn't have any engine mods. It's not turboed, it's not supercharged. It just has exhaust and intake. But removing stuff, removing the interior is completely free. You don't have to pay for that. Maybe if you don't have the correct tools, you might have to buy some screwdrivers and some wrenches, but it's totally free to take out the interior like this. And it's worth it. It honestly gives me hope, because just last weekend I was up rally racing with my friend Caleb, and there was a Dodge Neon. Now, I didn't get the guy's name, I only talked to him briefly, but there was a Dodge Neon that was just ripping it. I mean, ripping it through this rally course. And it was making it through the deep mud. And I was puzzled by this. I was like, why is that little Neon just absolutely cutting through the mud? Why is it the best car here? And I realized that that guy bought that car for so cheap that he didn't care if it broke. He didn't care if it got dinged up. So he just sent it. And so it really makes me want to buy a cheap car like this, completely gut it, and build a cheap race car. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Recently I reviewed a 2009 Nissan GTR. And while the GTR's performance is unmatched by almost anything I've ever driven, I think I'm having more fun in this Camry. It's okay if I hit something. It's okay if I, slap something. Obviously, I'm not going to wreck my friend's car. That'd be horrible. But there's just something comforting about not caring. It's like when you go into class and you're like, hey, did you do the homework? They're like, nope. You do the homework? Nope. All right, cool. None of us did the homework. There's a comforting feeling in knowing that no one cares. And I'm not saying no one cares about this car. There's been a lot of time and work put into it. But if it gets dented up, you're not denting up a $100,000 car. You're denting up a 1999 Toyota Camry. So I would not be surprised if on this channel, within the next year, I get a beater car and do something similar, because this is too much fun. The other nice thing about this, or really cheap race cars in general, beaters that you can just take all the seats out of, it's a great intro to the motorsport. Because I know a lot of my viewers are younger. Some of you don't even have your license. But if you save up, if you mow a bunch of lawns, if you save your birthday money, I found a Honda Civic yesterday for $400. $400! And you could do this. Sure, it probably doesn't have the V6 and it wouldn't be as fast as this, but you get some good tires, you stiffen up the suspension a little bit, you got yourself a little track monster. No, it won't beat the Lamborghini Gallardo that someone rented out half the track with, but it's a great way to get into the sport, guys. And I honestly think that's what I'm gonna do. Because this is fun. I'm having fun! Oh, I'm just having a great time. I'm sorry, that was horrible. Now, this car has the number 909 on the side. There's actually a funny story that Mike was telling me, who runs a shop that this car is owned by. 909 is an area code in California. And the story goes that one night, the guy who actually owns this car is Mike's friend, and he was out at some bar, and some girl, must have been 90 pounds, was getting dragged out of a bar. She was way too intoxicated. She was screaming, "Go back to the 909!" And so, the owner of this car thought that was hilarious, so he made it his racing number, and across the back, it says, "Ain't a crime to rep the 909. See, it's fun stuff like that. That is why motorsports is so fun, and why having a car like this is so fun. You just don't care. Oh, what's your number? Why are you 909? Oh, some drunk girl was screaming it once and I thought it was funny, so that's my number now. I have to thank Mike and Red Mist Automotive for letting me do this review. This thing is a bunch of fun. Well, I know this was probably a shorter review, but if I'm honest, there's not a whole lot to talk about since there is no interior. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.
There goes a sight from my soul.